She has got to love this stretch from the 3 in a row before the weekend off. Now we're completing the 4th of 4, and then we're going on the Western swing. Alexis DeJoria had food poisoning at the last race, and of course with social media, everybody becomes a critic. But you get a chance to respond, as Alexis did on Instagram. Don't underestimate me. I know more than I say, think more than I speak, and notice more than you realize. We asked her about this comment this weekend.
I don't always post stuff like that, but I mean, if they really stick out or hit home for me, you know, I feel like I should share it with people. I guess it kind of fit really well that weekend. You know, last weekend in Chicago, I got called out by a few people that kind of disappointed me, and I'm not going to name names because I'm not even going to give it that, you know, I guess give them that, you know, excitement in their lives to think that I'm actually giving them the time of day. But yeah, you know what? I've been doing this for a minute. You know, I haven't been out here for a long time, but you know, I think I'm pretty respectful of people, and you know, I'm a good sportsman. So I don't know, I'm quiet, but that doesn't mean, you know, don't take my kindness for weakness is all I'm saying.
No doubt in the confidence there. She's a sharp lady for sure.
Yes, she is, but right now they're struggling as you look at her numbers. Very good at the beginning of the season with those 2 wins, but the struggle lately as of late. Right now, she's got a pretty tough matchup with Chad Head. Don't take him lightly. He is actually the higher qualified car of the 2. Good race.
Give it to Chad Head. 4:07 beats a 4:09. The margin of victory just 100th of a second. Tommy D didn't have quite enough tune-up in the tank that time.
That's a little bit of a surprise. I mean, Chad Head was the higher qualified car, but the lanes are pretty even. We know what Alexis has been able to do, but she just came out short. Give credit to Jim Head and his son Chad. They really started turning this thing around, making consistent runs. You take a look at the photo finish here, just by a nose, you're going to see Chad Head advances to the next round.
We watch Chad Head come popping out after his 4:07 that will give him lane choice against John Force. Meanwhile, here's Robert Height. Robert, tell us what happened in that situation, because that car made a violent move on you.
It did, and I just didn't do a real good job of driving. You know, you try to be gentle when these things move around and not horse them around unless you really have to. And I just wasn't aggressive enough, and I let it get too far out of control. I was actually amazed that it hung on as long as it did with me letting it get that far. So anyway, I just got to do a better job.
Thanks, Robert.
I appreciate him missing the camera there. One more look. You see those cylinders go out. All the power is on the other side of the engine. That's how it shoves you to the wall.
And I know Robert's a little bit hard on himself, but you know, when you look at it and you see 4 cylinders, I mean, we slowed it down so it looked like he was in the throttle for a long time. He did drive a little bit too far, but you also saw in real time how quickly that thing made that right-hand turn.
Here's what it sounded like. Pulling your toes there if you're watching the old Barca Lounger at home. That was close.